Hi folks, today's Tuesday tip is basically how to stop your phone being a phone while you want to use it as a video recorder. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, if somebody phones you or texts you while you're in the middle of recording a video with your phone, it will actually stop the recording, and you can guarantee that's going to happen right in the middle of a really good take when you've just got all your words right and everything's gone perfectly. So there's something that you can do to stop that happening, and this is not just for videos either, it's actually for things like Facebook Live and Periscope as well, because you don't want to be interrupted or distracted during those either. And it's a setting called Do Not Disturb. So what I'm going to do now is quickly switch on the phone to the settings menu and show you what you need to do. Okay, so we're going to go into settings, and first thing I want to do is point out the setting at the top, which is airplane mode. Now, if you're just recording video and you don't need access to the Wi-Fi whilst you're doing that, the simplest thing is to turn airplane mode on, and that disables Wi-Fi, it disables the phone and text facility as well. So that's the simplest way if you're purely doing video. I'm not going to do that today, A, because I want to show you a different way of doing it that will work for live streaming as well, and B, because I need Wi-Fi to work, so that because I'm actually screen capturing what's going on the screen via the Wi-Fi link, so if I turn it off that's not working. So I'm not using airplane mode today, but if you're doing live streaming, don't use airplane mode either, use this method. I'm just scrolling down a little and you see we've got Do Not Disturb, so I'm going to hit on Do Not Disturb. Now, there's two ways you can enable Do Not Disturb, manual or scheduled. Scheduled is really for if you say you don't want the phone to ring at 2 o'clock in the morning, so you want to disable it while you're sleeping. Manual is what we need for doing videos. So you just turn it on when you're doing the recording and you turn it back off again when you need to use the phone as a phone again. Now, before we turn it on, there's a few things you need to check. First of all, you see where it says allow calls from, and it says incoming calls from your favourites will not be silenced. Now, I've got favourites enabled. If I just hit on that, you see we've got various choices. You can choose specific groups, or at the top here we can have everyone. Well, obviously that's not what we want because we want to stop incoming calls, or no one at all. I'm going to actually change it to no one because I don't want anything to disturb my calls. Now, if you're worried about emergencies, this next option down, repeated calls, I'm going to turn that on, because if somebody calls me twice within 3 minutes, it means it's potentially urgent. So I do want to be interrupted for that. Now, if you know nobody's going to want to get hold of you for a while, you can leave that set to off, but just to be on the safe side, I leave that to on. But that means you could potentially be interrupted during your live broadcast, but hopefully only for emergencies. And the other thing, now this is key, this setting down here, I've got always ticked, and that's what you need to be on. The default is only while iPhone is locked. Well, that's no good while you're recording video because your phone isn't locked then. You need to have Do Not Disturb enabled always, otherwise it's not going to make a difference. So make sure always has got the tick by it. Okay, so we just scroll back up again. So what we looked at there was allow calls from, repeated calls, whether you want those enabled or not, and setting silence onto always, not just when the phone is locked. Right, so to turn it on, I'm just going to slide that slider across, so manual goes green, and there we go. Now, how do you tell it's in Do Not Disturb mode? What I'm going to do, I'm going to press the home button to go back to the main menu, and if you look in the top right hand corner there, you'll see there's a little moon symbol in the top right hand corner, and whenever you see that, that means you're in Do Not Disturb mode. So if you're having a very quiet day, it could mean that you've left Do Not Disturb mode on after you've finished doing your videos. So how to turn it back off again, let's go back into settings. All you do is change that manual setting to off. It remembers all these other settings, so once you've got them set correctly for doing your videos, you don't need to mess around with them again, you just need to manually turn it on and off. So I hope you found that useful. If you want to learn more about using your phone for video or photography, then head on over to my Facebook page, Photography for Busy Business People, and follow me there, and I share more tips and hints on that page at least once a week. Or you can follow me on YouTube or indeed Twitter, which is Photography for Biz, but I'll put all the links in the appropriate text below the video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next Tuesday. Bye!